The Cold War, a time of tension, a time of mistrust. The United States and the Soviet Union locked in a struggle, not a war of bombs and bullets but of ideology and espionage. The world held its breath, fearing a nuclear nightmare. In this climate of fear, secrecy became paramount. Both superpowers sought every advantage. They needed to develop weapons, technology and strategies without the other knowing. The stakes were incredibly high. The fate of the world hung in the balance. This atmosphere of paranoia led to extraordinary measures. One of the most intriguing was the creation of secret cities. These cities, hidden from maps and unknown to the outside world, became crucial to the Cold War effort. Imagine a city that doesn't exist. Not officially at least, no mention on maps, no record in census data, a city hidden in plain sight, its true purpose a closely guarded secret. This was the reality of countless individuals during the Cold War. These secret cities, sometimes called closed cities or atomic cities, were scattered across the Soviet Union and its allied nations. They were shrouded in secrecy, their very existence denied by the governments that built them. The purpose of this secrecy was twofold. First, it protected the sensitive activities taking place within these cities from enemy espionage. Second, it allowed governments to control the information their citizens received, maintaining the illusion of stability and progress. The construction of these secret cities was a monumental undertaking. Thousands of workers were recruited, often under false pretenses. They were told they were building dams, factories, or research facilities. The true nature of their work was kept hidden. Life in these construction camps was harsh. Workers endured long hours, dangerous conditions, and meager rations. They were isolated from their families and the outside world, their movement strictly controlled. Despite the hardships, they toiled tirelessly, driven by patriotism or fear, or perhaps a combination of both. As the cities rose from the ground, they were designed to be self-sufficient. They boasted housing, schools, hospitals, and even recreational facilities. Everything needed for a comfortable life was provided, but at a cost: freedom. Living a double life, the inhabitants of secrecy. These individuals navigated a world shrouded in mystery and hidden from the prying eyes of the outside world. The residents of these secret cities lived a strange and paradoxical existence. On the surface, their lives seemed ordinary, filled with the daily routines of work, family, and community. They enjoyed a high standard of living compared to their counterparts in the outside world. Their stores were well stocked, and their neighborhoods were clean and well maintained. Their needs were met, their children received a good education, and they had access to amenities most could only dream of. Parks, community centers, and other public facilities were top-notch. However, this comfort came at a price. The ever-present surveillance and the constant watchful eyes of the authorities created an atmosphere of unease. Their lives were constantly monitored. Every move they made was observed, every conversation potentially overheard. They could not speak freely about their work or their city. The fear of being reported or misunderstood loomed large over their daily interactions. Contact with the outside world was strictly limited. The barbed wire fences and guarded checkpoints were constant reminders of their isolation. Leaving the city required special permission, rarely granted. The bureaucratic hurdles were immense, making it nearly impossible for most to ever leave. Many residents lived their entire lives within the confines of these secret cities, unaware of the true nature of their work or the world beyond their borders. Their isolation was both physical and intellectual. They were prisoners of their own government's paranoia, their lives a testament to the sacrifices made in the name of national security. The secrecy that protected them also imprisoned them, creating a legacy of silent endurance. Behind closed gates, the purpose of hidden cities. The secret cities of the Cold War served a variety of purposes, all related to national security and the global struggle for power. Some were dedicated to the research and development of nuclear weapons, the most fearsome weapons ever conceived. Others focused on the production of plutonium and uranium, the raw materials needed for nuclear bombs. Still, others housed military bases, intelligence agencies, and communication centers, all vital to the Cold War effort. These cities were shrouded in secrecy for a reason. They were home to cutting-edge technology, top-secret information, and some of the brightest minds in their respective fields. The work carried out within their confines had the potential to alter the course of history. Unveiling the mystery Arzamas-16 and City 40. One of the most famous secret cities was Arzamas-16, located in the Soviet Union. This city was so secretive that it didn't even appear on maps, and its residents were sworn to secrecy. Known as the Closed City or the Forest City, Arzamas-16 was home to the Soviet Union's first nuclear weapons program. It was a place where the brightest minds of the era converged to work on top-secret projects. It was here that some of the most brilliant physicists and engineers worked tirelessly to develop the atomic bomb. Their work was crucial in establishing the Soviet Union as a nuclear power. Another example is City 40, a secret city located in the southern Ural Mountains of Russia. Like Arzamas-16, City 40 was a hub of scientific and military activity. Built around the Mayak plutonium production plant, City 40 was a crucial part of the Soviet nuclear weapons program. The plant was one of the largest and most important nuclear facilities in the Soviet Union. However, the city's existence remained a secret for decades, its residents cut off from the outside world. They lived in isolation, with limited contact with the outside world, and their lives were closely monitored. These cities, once shrouded in secrecy, offer a glimpse into a bygone era. They reveal the extent of the Soviet Union's efforts to maintain its status as a superpower. They are a stark reminder of the lengths to which nations will go to ensure their security, even if it means sacrificing the freedom and well-being of their own people. The legacy of these secret cities continues to be felt today as they stand as monuments to a time of intense secrecy and scientific ambition. From shadows to sunlight, the fate of secret cities. These enigmatic places, once shrouded in mystery and hidden from the world, have fascinating stories to tell. With the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, the secrecy surrounding these cities began to unravel. The Iron Curtain lifted, revealing the existence of these clandestine locations to the world. Some were abandoned, left to decay as relics of a bygone era. These ghost towns stand as silent witnesses to a time when secrecy was paramount. Others were gradually opened up, their existence acknowledged for the first time. The gates that once barred entry were finally opened, allowing the world to see what lay within. Today, some of these former secret cities are struggling to adapt to a new reality. The transition from secrecy to openness has not been easy, and many face significant challenges. They face economic challenges, environmental problems, and the legacy of their secretive past. The remnants of their former lives still cast long shadows over their present. However, they also offer a unique glimpse into a hidden chapter of history, a reminder of the Cold War's enduring impact on the world. These cities are living museums, preserving the artifacts and stories of a turbulent time. The story of these secret cities is a tale of secrecy, sacrifice, and the human cost of conflict. It is a narrative woven with threads of espionage, scientific achievement, and the relentless pursuit of power. It is a story that continues to unfold today, as we grapple with the legacy of the Cold War and the challenges of a world still grappling with the threat of nuclear war. The echoes of the past resonate in our present, reminding us of the delicate balance between secrecy and transparency.